In this series of videos, we'll take a look at the scripting that is supported by Unity. Now, in most game engines, the actual editor is separated from the scripts that determine what happens in the game. When things move around, it's usually always done by coding. Now, in most game engines, coding is separate from the editor. However, in Unity, it is not. In Unity, scripts are a vital part of the editor, and in fact, it makes it very flexible. Now, there's three types of scripts that are supported by Unity, and the first one is C#, and this is a language that is used much in the Microsoft environment, for example. And then another script that is supported is called Boo script, and Boo is officially supported, but personally I have not met anyone yet that made their entire game in Boo. But it's related to the Python family, so if you have any experience in that, then that's probably your pick. Now, my favorite and my script of choice is JavaScript, and even though the JavaScript in Unity is not entirely 100% the JavaScript that you would see in web development, however, it is very similar and the syntax is the same. Now, if you're new to scripting, don't worry, I'll explain everything step by step, and I'm going to use JavaScript to do that since it's one of the most easiest languages. Also, if you have any experience in, for example, Flash ActionScript or JavaScript to make websites, then you will find this to be very easy. However, even if you have a lot of experience with scripting or coding in general already, I would like to encourage you to follow along with this block of tutorials just so that you can find out what Unity specific things are different from the scripting you might be used to. But other than that, it's going to be pretty easy and pretty smooth sailing. Now, another word to the artists among us: if you feel, hey, I'm an artist, I'm not a coder, I don't really code games, well, don't worry, you're at the right place here using Unity3D, because it can be really simple. Also, if you feel that you're a coder and you want to be more in depth, there's ways to link Visual Studio with Unity, so if you want your code environment to be separated from the rest and want to go a little bit deeper, then that's entirely possible, but I would recommend using C# to do so. Now, in our game we already have a couple of scripts. Click on the first-person controller, for example, and then look at the components of this first-person controller, and then, as you can see, there's already a script attached. This script is called the mouse look script, and I can activate it or deactivate its effect in the game. Now, the variables here that you can see are defined actually in the script, and we'll look later at how to exactly do that. Whenever you want to quickly look up a script in Unity3D, you can just simply click it, and it will show it in your project panel. Now you can just open your script up, for example, by clicking the edit button or by double-clicking the project in your panel. Now, as soon as you do this, it will open up what is the Unity editor default of your system. If you're on Mac, that is Unitron, and if you're on Windows, it will launch another one that looks and works quite similar to this one. The colors might be slightly different here and there, but it's pretty much the same thing. Now, this script is a C# script, and one awesome thing that I would like to note is that C# and JavaScript and Boo scripts can all be used in the same game. There's no need to only use one type of script. So for me personally, that's very handy, because in our game development we hire different programmers, and some of them, they have a priority of C# and some of them would rather use JavaScript. So either way, as soon as they do their portion, I can integrate both of them, and I don't have to standardize, and the programmer can do whatever they want. Now, you can see the difference between C# and JavaScript by looking at the icon. The JavaScript has a GS, and then C# has a C# in its icon, and then Boo scripts also have their own icon. Now, in the next video, let me show you what we can do with scripting, and let's start off with some basics.